Hi everyone, I'm finally here. I have my booktube up and running and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm nervous and I don't know what to expect, but by the time this is posted it will be edited and hopefully it'll be cool and fun and entertaining. But yeah, so welcome and I hope you enjoy this video. So today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Newbie questions, and I feel like it's just a good way for you guys to get to know me and to just be myself and answer these questions honestly. So yeah, let's get started. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? And first of all, I have to say that I had no idea that there was such a large online presence for people who love books. I didn't even know that an online presence existed for a book community. And so when I started my Instagram account for books, I was not expecting what I'd find, and it's been amazing. And everyone is so kind and encouraging and supportive and positive. And so Bookstagram introduced me to Booktube, and I just knew I had to be a part of it. And so starting this channel, I just want a way to voice my love for books and for reading, and just learning how to be more creative and getting comfortable on camera. So I'm really excited to just dive deeper into my love for books with this channel. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I really just want to be myself, and I think that's unique in itself. We are all different. We all come from different cultures, backgrounds, beliefs, religions, worldviews, and I am me, and I'm the only me that there is. So hopefully there's uniqueness in that. I really don't know. I just want to be myself and spread positivity and talk about books and share love. And I hope that this can always be a place where people come and watch my videos and feel good afterwards. So yeah, just want to spread joy and positivity and be uniquely me and find joy and purpose in that. The third question is, what are you most excited about for this channel? And I have to say, I'm really excited to just express my creativity. I constantly have thoughts in my mind that are like really creative and imaginative. I've always been that kind of person. I just see a very colorful world, and being able to make videos, it's a new way to express creativity, and I'm really excited about that. I'm also so excited about the community, just getting to meet more people who love books the way that I do and share my same passions and hobbies, being able to talk about my book boyfriends and all the fictional characters that I've fallen in love with over the years. So definitely most excited for community, creativity, and everything in between. I'm really pumped about this. The next question is, why do you love reading? I have always loved reading. It's always been a part of my life since I was a small child. My mom used to read to me as a kid, and I think it just stuck with me. So I love reading because it's an escape. It is an art for authors to be able to write the stories and the characters that they do that are so captivating, and you can get lost in those emotions in those worlds. I absolutely love it, and I find so much joy in it, and I can ignore all my responsibilities when I'm reading a good book. It's just fun and enjoyable, and I feel like through reading I'm able to learn so much and be so open-minded, and I feel like I'm able to be inspired and encouraged and it makes me want to be the best that I can be, seeing these diverse characters and all these different books, all these different storylines, all these different plots. I'm sure you've heard the quote, readers live 1,000 lives, and that's exactly why I love reading, just being able to put myself in the place of characters and live out these stories. It's my most favorite thing. The next question is, what book series got you into reading? Like I said, I've always been a reader as a kid, you know, Amelia and Bedelia, Magic Treehouse, Goosebumps, all that stuff. But what really kind of got me really into reading was my first young adult series saga was the Twilight Saga. I was in 4th grade, and it was my first experience with, you know, like new age fantasy and romance, and it was fun and exciting. And I knew as soon as I finished the first book, as soon as I was like halfway through the book, I was like, reading is everything. I knew that I was going to be reading for the rest of my life because it's so exciting. And I definitely gotta give kudos to the Twilight Saga. I know some people are like, it's so overrated. Gotta say that it's my first love because it is what really got me into reading. The next question is, what questions would I ask my favorite booktubers? I definitely would have questions regarding making the videos. This is something so new to me. I've never worked with any video editing softwares before. So I would have questions on like, how did you create your brand and your aesthetic through creating your videos and editing your videos, and how often do you edit and film? How much time do you spend on this? And more back-end questions, because I am a 1 on the Enneagram. If you don't know what that is, look up the Enneagram test. A 1 is a perfectionist or a reformer. And when I do things, I want to do them well. I want to do them perfect, or I hate doing them. So just getting that insight from some of my favorite booktubers could be really helpful on me, the perfectionist, making my videos the way that I like them. The next question is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel are going to be the hardest to overcome? I have to say, I think the hardest is going to be getting used to seeing myself on camera and just being kind to myself in that regard. Also, just knowing that I'm doing this for myself because I love reading and I love sharing my thoughts. And so focusing more on the why I'm doing it rather than turning that why into you need followers, you need subscribers, you need to be seen. Making it more about the books and less about me, I think is going to be a challenging thing, especially on social media platforms. It can get so easily in our heads that we have to achieve this and that is achieved by numbers or views or likes. And so just knowing that I'm doing this because I love books, and it's okay if I don't feel super confident behind the camera or if I have some silly edits. I think overcoming like those kinds of things are going to be the most challenging thing for me personally. Other than that, I can't see anything but positivity coming from this, just getting to talk about the things that I love and have support in that and support others in that. So more just things within myself, holding myself accountable for not making it about me, and just sharing the things that I love. The next question is, when did you start reading? I've read my whole life. My mom used to read to me as a child. My favorite book as a kid was called Yummy Yummy, and it's this little baking book. And ever since then, I've just been a reader. It's always been my favorite subject, reading and writing. In school, I always excelled in it. It was always fun to me. Like I said earlier, the Twilight series is really what got me into reading, but I think the first series that I was really passionate about was the Hush Hush Saga by Becca Fitzpatrick, which is going to be made into a movie. I'm so excited. I feel like I've waited my whole life for this. I read the Hush Hush Saga for the first time at the end of 7th grade or going into 8th grade, and I have reread the series every year since then. I am now a senior in college, so I've reread those books a lot, and now it's finally gonna be a movie, and I'm so excited. They're right there above me. So those are really the books that got me super passionate about reading. Like I said, Twilight did get me into reading, and I did fall in love with the story and the fantasy and everything behind that. But after reading Hush Hush, I was like, this is everything. I have to read every single day. And so I guess you could say after Twilight and after Hush Hush is when I really started reading, like on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, now that I'm a busy adult and life is real. The next question is, where do you read? Right here. I love my bed. It is very comfy and it is a Tempur-Pedic. Funny story behind that. My brother's friend got really drunk and peed on my bed when he was sleepwalking, and so he felt really bad and bought me a new bed, and now I have a Tempur-Pedic, and it's where I read, it's where I do my homework, it's where I watch TV, it's where I exist. This is where I exist, and I love it. So all my reading gets done here. The last question is, what kind of books do you like to read? I live for young adult fantasy books. Fantasy just in general. I love fantasy. Again, that has to do with me just getting lost in these different worlds and seeing these unique characters and world building that the authors do. I think it's the most amazing thing. I love, love, love fantasy books. I rarely step out of that genre. I have a few nonfiction books that I read every now and then. I'll get some self-help books and like try to be a better me. This is my only nonfiction shelf right there, and that's all I have. Every other book in my room on my shelves are fantasy or contemporary or new age, but mostly fantasy. Some of my favorite authors are Sarah J. Maas, Leah Bardugo, Holly Black, Cassandra Clare. So, you know, my fantasy queens. So yeah, that is kind of where I exist, and I will continue existing in that genre probably forever, because once I fall in love with something, I stick to it and I don't like change. So fantasy will be where I am for the rest of my life, and I love it. Well, that is all the questions. I made it through the Booktube Newbie Tag. I'm hoping it goes well. I hope this video ends up enjoyable. I guess we'll see, because once this is done, it'll be done and it'll be posted, and I hope it's not a mess. Alright, well, you guys have an awesome day and happy reading.